Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Guru. In this video, I'm going to compare the Realme GT Master Edition versus Mi 11X device. So which phone is the best option to buy? So this is a question which I'm getting from plenty of my subscribers asking me to make a video. The main reason is because, so right now in the Flipkart Diwali sale, there are discounts available for the Realme GT Master Edition, and even for the Mi 11X also there are a couple of discounts available in the Amazon website and even in the Flipkart as well regarding the Mi 11X device. And few of the users, they want to know whether which phone is best option to buy right now. That's the main reason why I'm doing this kind of video, and I'm using this Realme GT Master Edition for about close to one week. So I got a clear idea what is going on with this device, and definitely I'll be able to give my complete thoughts about these both phones. And here are the comments which I'm getting regarding the Mi 11X device and the Realme GT Master Edition. As you can see, a lot of users, they are actually confused which phone is the best one. So I thought of making a video based on the request which I got. So I'll try to include each and every topic like performance, display, camera, battery charging, connectivity, build quality, UI software updates, and the price. So these are the few things which I'll try to discuss in this video. So let's start with the first basic thing, which is about the performance segment. So in terms of the performance wise, Snapdragon 778G and the Snapdragon 870 processor, not 780. So it's 778G versus Snapdragon 870. Of course, the Snapdragon 870 is the king. It's a kind of really beast one. You're going to expect really huge difference regarding the CPU and the GPU performance and overall score also. I'll do benchmark test, and definitely in terms of the performance wise, if you're planning to buy for the gaming purpose, then 100% I'll try to recommend you to go for the Mi 11X device. 100%, yes. If your main goal is for the gaming and you're confused between these both phones, no doubt Mi 11X is really good. So don't get me wrong, even the Realme GT Master Edition is really good. But if you're having a choice to choose one of these, then definitely friends, Mi 11X is the best option. If you don't have a choice, that means if you're in the short with the budget, then go for the Realme GT Master Edition. Even the Realme GT Master Edition, there is nothing wrong with that. Stability in terms of performance is really good. Even I'm really shocked by the stability in the performance in this phone. It's really very good. And even this phone can actually handle very high intensity games also, like Genshin Impact. Yes, the phone did handle really good, not a problem in terms of handling big games. But for the hardcore gaming, then definitely I'll try to 100% recommend the Mi 11X device. So there are a couple of reasons. One is regarding the performance, next is optimization. So optimization includes the Battlegrounds mobile game optimization and Call of Duty mobile game optimization. There are a couple of other games which are really optimized for the Snapdragon 870 than the Snapdragon 778G processor. So if you look at the Battlegrounds mobile game as well, you can actually play it HDR and extreme settings, but still you can actually play smooth and extremes, no issues. But there are chances that this Snapdragon 870 may get the 90 FPS. There are chances, but the Snapdragon 778G processor, I don't think you will be getting the 90 FPS update anytime soon in this device. That's another thing you should definitely understand. So this processor can get the 90 FPS. This processor not. I don't think so. It can get 90 FPS. That's another future-proof option you should definitely consider before buying for the gaming. So next thing is regarding the display. So display segment, which phone is the best? Because this phone has got AMOLED, Super AMOLED panel. Even this one has got the Super AMOLED E4 type of panel, which is really good one. So to be frank, both are really great in terms of the display. Nothing much major complaint. So when you compare the both phones in the displays, there are a couple of things which I did like in the Mi 11X device. For example, higher brightness levels and slightly more, little bit saturated and contrast levels. You'll try to notice when you're trying to watch side by side, slightly better. That's another thing. And very tiny punch hole, which is very small, and big screen you are getting in this device. But apart from that, there is another problems also with the Mi 11X device: green tint problem and black color crush issue. I'm not saying all the phones will be having. Only few phones in the Mi 11X device will have the black color crush issue and the green tint problem. Please refer other videos of my channel. You will be able to find in the playlist as well. So try to always remember these things. Not all the phones will be having problem. Only few phones. I'm not saying everyone. Only few phones. Always try to understand my point of explaining, because I don't want to get you in trouble after buying the mobile phone and you facing this kind of issues. That's the reason I'm trying to address before itself. So next thing regarding the camera, which phone is the best? Camera segment, both are same friends, and nothing much huge difference. To be frank, I did not see any kind of huge difference between these both phones. So if you ask me which phone will I pick, I'll pick any of the phone. For me, it doesn't matter for me. Low light photography is completely same, and even the back photography, everything is completely same. Nothing much huge difference regarding the zooming and everything. Not a major changes between these both phones, and everything completely same. One thing is I did notice is that the front cam wide angle is slightly better in the Mi 11X device, just a little bit in terms of the front cam wide angle. The total amount of area which is covering in this Mi 11X device is really good in terms of the covering area, as you can see. Whereas the Realme GT Master Edition also can cover a lot of area, but the colors are really close to the subject in the MLNX device, but in the Realme GT Master Edition it's kind of washed out. I mean, white layer you'll be seeing on the images sometimes. So it's a thing which I thought of mentioning for you all. So overall, in terms of the camera segment, there is not a huge difference. No. So only little bit difference is there, nothing much. So both phones can only record 4K 30 FPS, nothing much major apart from. So next thing is regarding the battery and the charging. So charging speed, Realme GT Master Edition within 30 minutes of time. Battery backup, MI device, 6 hours screen on time minimum guaranteed in this device. That's another thing which I did see in my notice. 6 hours screen on time and 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. And even the battery backup in the Realme GT is slightly kind of close to 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. 5 to 6, but this phone 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, slightly, because 4300 mAh of battery capacity, 4500 mAh of battery capacity, but slightly battery draining is happening. Not in, I think few of the users are actually facing this kind of problems in the Realme GT Master Edition in terms of the battery draining. But overall, slightly better battery backup in this phone. But fast charging is definitely good in the Realme GT Master Edition. Connectivity wise, more 5G bands. So many 5G bands in the Realme GT Master Edition. 8 5G bands, I think. 7 to 8 5G bands. I think only one 5G band in the MLNX device. So 1 or 2, those kind of less 5G bands. And Wi-Fi connectivity, Wi-Fi 6, both phones are supported. 4G plus, both phones are supported. Carrier aggregation, no issues. And apart from that, 5G, there's not a major complaint regarding the connectivity between both phones. I never had any issues regarding the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi signal strength is also very, very strong in this phone, in the Realme GT Master Edition. It's very good. It's kind of premium quality Wi-Fi signal strength we are getting in this device. So next is regarding the build quality. Build quality wise, the phone has got the single speaker, but only I think it has got the 3.5mm jack, no problem. But the MI has got the dual speaker setup, but there is no 3.5mm jack. In-display fingerprint scanner versus side-mounted fingerprint scanner in the MI device. So these are the few changes which you can actually notice physically in terms of the build quality. Haptic feedback, both are slightly kind of okay. There's IR blaster on the top of the phone as well. IR blaster, side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and overall, both phones are really good, so nothing much major complaints. Speakers, MI device. And next thing is regarding the proximity sensor in the MI device is not there, so it will depend upon the accelerometer sensor. That's also another problem is there. I'll try to show you the live example what is happening with this proximity sensor thing. So it's a proximity sensor application. There is no physical proximity sensor, so don't get confused. So it will be depending upon the other sensors, whereas the Realme GT Master Edition has got the physical proximity sensor. As you can see, the light will turn off. But in MLNX device, it doesn't turn off. But when you tilt your phone and when you cover, then it will try to turn off, as you can see. So it works only in some certain kind of angle. Sometimes it's not that consistent and accurate. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. So these are a few things you should know about the build quality. Next is regarding the UI and software updates. Of course, both phones will try to provide the UI and software updates 2 years and 2 years Android security patches. But one more thing is that MI11X has got a lot of advantages with the bootloader unlocking and different custom ROMs you can actually install. And peace of mind, you can definitely use the MI11X device. For example, Pixel ROM or maybe OnePlus ROM, you can try it, and that will be next level experience in the MI11X. Really good. I did get a lot of feedback as well after few of the users. They did install few ROMs and their response was really good on the MI11X device. So finally friends, this is the final conclusion between these both phones: performance MI11X device, display MI11X device. But if you ignore those problems, if you don't want to ignore black color cushion and the green tint, then choose the Realme GT Master Edition. Camera wise, both are kind of same, nothing much major difference. Battery backup MI11X device, charging speed Realme GT Master Edition. MI11X takes about close to 50 to 60 minutes of time charging speed in this device. Connectivity Realme GT Master Edition, more 5G bands. Build quality kind of okay, I think Realme GT Master Edition, because 3.5mm jack, that's also another thing. But dual speakers in the MI11X device, that's kind of mixed feelings in this build quality. It depends upon the user as well. And UI and software updates, slightly better advantage for the MI11X because of the bootloader unlocking and different custom ROMs you can actually install in this device. So finally, when it comes to the pricing, if you are okay to spend more money, then go for the MI11X device. But if you are getting in same price both phones, if your priority is gaming, MI11X device. So always understand. So that's it friends, thank you for watching, and see in the next video unless stay tuned for more updates. And gaming only for heavy gaming, medium to light gaming, this is good, no problem, only for heavy gaming. See the next video unless stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off, bye.